Hey there YouTube, this is Reese of CeeManga to review One Piece Chapter 681, Luffy vs Master. So straight off the bat, it carries on from last week with Luffy taking on Caesar. Smoker's basically standing back still, so because from what Law said, basically if he jumps in then everyone might start, crushing each other's hearts, which will therefore make all of this a pointless endeavour. So the fight between Luffy continues. Caesar decided to light himself with some matches to cause an explosion, to which Luffy just jumps back and dodges. He's basically asking Luffy, like, why are you doing this? What's in it for you, kind of thing. To which Luffy replies, well, Law said that if I kidnap you, something interesting will happen. Caesar's just like, well, you do know that Law's going to betray you. He's just going to betray you. Which Luffy's like, you know what? You don't really care, innit? And just gets back to the fight. He's able to land quite a few decent blows. Caesar then decides to pull out a sword made of pure oxygen. A sword made of pure oxygen, basically, to try and fight. He also does his little oxygen move again, where he pulls all the oxygen out of everywhere. But obviously, Luffy then knows what this is now. Jumps back, gets out of range of it, and is able to attack from a distance using his jet pistol. That's then when Caesar pulls out his oxygen sword, commenting how, Luffy, if you want some oxygen, here's some. But obviously this is pure oxygen, which is quite deadly. He's able to use it to basically cut stuff apart, set alight. Luffy then, responds to this by, going up, flinging his head up, grabbing a big gulp of air, using his gear 2, dodging, hardened armament, and then bang, jet Gatling. This would obviously just finish the guy, man, like it's nothing. To which, by some luck, the bird girl steps in with a protection wall to protect Caesar. She's able to protect him with a big wall, to which then Caesar's able to escape, leaving Luffy basically to fight her. And then she says basically if something happens to Caesar, Joker will basically come along and kill her. We then cut finally to the fight between Virgo and Sanji. They're fighting pretty evenly. Yeah, so they're pretty even at the moment. Then the doors start opening and closing again, trying to trap him in to gas them. The gas cloud starts to fall into the room, to which then the fight continues between Virgo and Sanji. And like I said before, they're still at this moment very even. Which one starts coming on top, do not know yet. But yeah, just as the gas is filling the room, we finally find out where Law has been all this time. It seems he's been inside the manufacture room of SDA. Everything that Law has done up to this point was basically just to get into that room. He's been wanting what's inside there. According to Virgo, basically, whatever's inside that room has the power to make a mess of the new world. And that there basically is where the chapter ends. So, it's a pretty decent chapter actually. Quite a lot of fight scenes which were pretty decent. Luffy fighting Caesar, Sanji versus Virgo. We got at least a good 8-9 pages out of it, with not that much explanations, but hell, finally, man, there's been too much of it so far. So rating wise, I'm going to give this chapter, I'm going to give it an 8.5. So like I said, it's a decent chapter. So hopefully next week they'll explain a bit more about the SDA, Sanji versus Virgo. That fight will continue. Maybe even finally see someone start getting on top of it. Someone start pulling ahead, and Luffy to finally catch up to Caesar and just basically beat the crap out of him and just end this arc. Really, man, this arc's been going on kind of a bit too long, in my opinion. It's going to turn to I don't want it to be another Fisherman arc. So guys, that has been chapter 681. If you enjoyed the video, click like, leave some comments below, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing. Alright, I'll see you in the next one.